Oh, yeah, that's right. You do the math. I'm left with owing money at the end of the month. That's not even with groceries. Holy That's not even with groceries. I realize every single month I am transferring money out of savings into my checking, and I am not. Just had the realization in the car that I'm actually gonna go into debt if I continue being a teacher.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Erin. So let's not waste no time. Let's go ahead and hop right into these insane rent prices and increases in the year 2025.
We're doing apartments because our place is trash. Dear apartment buildings, what the fuck am I paying for? What happened to the days where one-bedroom apartments were like $900, regardless of the amenities? Like, we just decide to slap the word luxury on everything and charge everyone a shit ton of money? The fees?
Not only is it hard to search for an apartment, you have to turn around and shell out upwards of $300+, and then it's a 50-50 chance that you may or may not even get approved. It's kind of hard to take a loss on any money in this economy.
$2 for this, $5 for trash, $7 for this, but we should have the option. Like, I will take my own trash out if it saves me $25 a month. I don't need no trash valet. And then the application fees, security deposit, I get. That's standard everywhere, whatever. But like, $500 admin fee? What the fuck admin am I paying for? Application fee? For what? The piece of paper? Oh wait, it's online. Make it make sense. Like, ugh. I hate America.
Guys, I was drinking the Kool-Aid, the Florida Kool-Aid, where I was like, oh my god, everything has to be so expensive, and like, you can't get a one-bedroom apartment for under $2,500. I am no longer drinking the Kool-Aid. My current rent is $3,050. Now, yes, I have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, but moving forward, I'm going to be moving north.
Kiki, enough with that noise. Kiki, I really can't hear that anymore. Stop. You do not need to scrape your litter box.
Anyway, my new rent is going to be somewhere in the $1,900 to $2,100 range because this is getting out of control. I mean, imagine what I can do with an extra $1,000 a month. The opportunities are endless.
How is America continuing to build all these ridiculous ass apartment complexes, but charging almost $3,000 for one bedroom? And who in the hell are affording to move into these ridiculously high, overpriced, expensive apartments? The national average salary is like $55,000, something like that. I'm not the best at math, but 56,000 divided by 12 is like $4.6 thousand a month. That's like 75% of your check gone if you're paying $3,000 a month for an apartment. Not to mention you got food, you got electricity bill, you got car payment, car insurance, gas. You like to go shopping, get new clothes. God forbid you need a haircut every 2 weeks or you got to get your hair done. And God forbid you have fucking kids' mouths to feed. That's even double. The average income earner cannot afford these overpriced ass apartments. So who the fuck are they building these apartment complexes for? And what makes it even more hilarious, every single fucking year, these greedy ass landlords continue to increase the rent. So pretty soon, if you haven't already, we're going to be seeing $4,000, $5,000 a month apartment complex prices. And my question is, why do they keep getting away with this? How, as we as a people have not gone up there with pitchforks, knives, and any type of weapon that we can find to put an end to this madness? We are literally allowing them to run our pockets fucking dry.
When you sit back and actually think about it, it's really sad. Most people don't even see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's because things are not getting better. As the years go by and everything is constantly getting more and more expensive, most people probably don't know what they can do in this situation.
What happened to America? We used to protest way back then the minute taxes went over 2%. Now, we are getting taxed damn near half, if not more than half our fucking money. Rent is out of control. Housing prices are out of control. Mortgage is out of control. Every single bill known to man is completely out of fucking control. And all we do is we go on TikTok, we bitch moan, we complain, and then the next day we get up, we go to work, and we pay that overpriced ass rent. Why, as we as a people have not done anything about this? Because we have not revolted. Us not revolting means that these landlords will continue to increase the rent every single year. Us not revolting means that these developers will continue to buy up a whole bunch of land, knock down these trees, and build overpriced ass apartment complex on top of apartment complex on top of apartment complex. Us not revolting will lead to housing prices continuing to skyrocket, mortgage rates continuing to skyrocket, and everything else known to man to live continuing to skyrocket. As much as this problem is corporate greed, another half of this problem is us not fucking revolting and taking a stand against these corrupt, greedy motherfuckers. We, as a people, have allowed them to get away with so much shit, they have become borderline unstoppable. And it's sad to say, but I think there's no coming back.
Yeah, so real quick, got a question. How y'all paying rent? No, for real, how y'all pay y'all rent? Like, where y'all work at to afford this rent that has to be paid in this day and age? Like, how y'all paying it? Like, where do y'all work so I can work there? I don't pay rent though, but I'm just saying, like, in case he might need me to pay rent one day, I just need to know, like, where y'all work at? Because I know my job ain't paying me enough to, have 3 times the rent, make 3 times the rent a month. I know I ain't making it. And I know damn well y'all ain't making it. So tell me, where y'all working at? Y'all selling grams? Y'all pulling scams? Let me know the joy of whatever the play is, because I need it, seriously.
Now let's go to rent. As my man said a couple of years ago, the rent's too damn high. The average rent in 1985 was $375. Wow. In 2025, the average rent across the board is $1,625. $1,625 for rent? The rent is too damn high.
Major grievance with apartment complexes. We're coming to do a duct inspection, insect repellent, whatever, between the hours of 8 and 1. Fine. My problem arises when you show up after. I packed up my little laptop, took my work from home setup to Barnes & Noble, got a coffee, had a great day. And then I get back. I should be in the clear, and I get back, and I want to take a shower. And no. Then they arrive. Yes, they were in and out. It was fast. But, you can't hold someone's home hostage and say, well, I might show up or not, and then show up out of the window.
I know it's not just Milwaukee, but all of these cities putting up all these high-rise buildings so that all of these developers can get, tax write-offs or whatever it is, because they can claim it as a loss because no one's living there, because no one can pay $2,200 a month for a studio. The rest of my rant got deleted. But anyways, what I'm saying though is all of these buildings, it's like they're not even getting creative anymore with trying to even name a building. They're just slapping it on there, calling it 1910 on Water. That's the address. Which there's nothing wrong with that, but it's the luxury high-rise buildings, they always have these names that are great. And I just saw one that's called Edgewater 1659, and it's you just threw a random word in front of the address. And it's if I'm paying that much a month for rent, I want to be telling people I live at the Tipton Hotel. I live at the Tipton. Maybe this is just my marketing brain spinning though while I was on my walk this morning, but it's just you're just throwing up these buildings left and right. You're not even taking the time. I haven't even seen an advertisement for any of these new buildings that are going up, maybe because I'm not in the tax bracket that they're looking to advertise to, but they're not even trying to advertise them. They're literally just throwing these buildings up, calling them their address and saying, peace, we're gonna just get a little lost for the year. Oops.
Can somebody stop and please tell me why rent is so high? I mean, literally, if you're renting an apartment, you're paying more than a mortgage. I mean, it's bad. It's really bad. I'm trying to figure out, what are people eating? I mean, how are you feeding yourself and paying this type of rent? I'm talking places that I don't even want to stay, and that I know you probably wouldn't want to stay. They have high rent. I'm just trying to figure out, what are people doing? What are you doing? You know, because the groceries high, the rent is high. Someone please explain. Please explain to me how they are. Are you roommating? Do y'all have several people in your home? I mean, what's going on? I'm trying to figure out, why is rent so high? I know, you know, things go up, but man, for a 1-bedroom, I'm paying more than my dad pays in his whole house.
For those of you who are itching to leave your mama house, this is not the economy, okay? And I'm gonna tell you because I have rent, right? I'm in Houston, Texas. It's $1,800 for a 2-bedroom. I do have a roommate because, yeah. Anyways, we just got a renewal offer. Do you want to know what the renewal offer is? Let me remind you, currently pay $1,800. It really is about $2,000 when we come up to like the fees. Because there's fees, y'all. The renewal for a 12-month lease is $2,516. And let's say we forgot to write the 60-day prior notice if we decide to leave. They will bring the rental rate to $2,939. Stay home, okay? Stay home, stack your coins.
What are we supposed to be doing right now? What are we supposed to be doing right now? Rent is skyrocketing. Rent is not getting better. Everyone's hiring. We're hiring. But like, nobody's hiring. Nobody's hiring. So who are you hiring for? Do you have experience? No. Well, we have to have someone with experience. Well, how am I supposed to get experience if no one's going to hire me? Thoughts? Thoughts? I hate that. I need someone with experience. Well, then why don't you why doesn't somebody hire me? Take a chance. Take a chance on me. Oh my gosh. And then you work, trying to save up for a house. You can't save for a house because you're paying for a stupid apartment. I don't get it. I don't get this life. I don't get it. And then people are like, you need to stop spending money on coffee. I'm sorry, my $5 coffee is not going to make a difference in me buying a home. My $5 for coffee is not making a big difference. I'm sorry. I hate when older people say that. You need to stop spending money on little things. My $5 is not making a big difference, babe. I'm so sorry. What are we supposed to be doing? You want me to enjoy life? I can't. I'm trying to save for the future, but I don't even know if we're gonna have a future. I don't understand. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. I got a henna tattoo. Very happy. Saw Daisy Duck today. Very happy. Also, another thing. Going on a trip nowadays is like a luxury experience. It's a privilege to be able to go on a trip because it's expensive. Everything is so expensive. I'm over it. I just want to be able to lay on the beach and not worry about my freaking bank account.
Out looking at apartments in the city right now, and they were like, hey, we got this 2-bedroom, 2-bath available for $7,000 a month, which is out of my price range. I would like to show y'all what 7,000 United States George Washington dollars gets you in the great city of New York City, all right? I mean, boy, do we have a stunner here of a kitchen, right? And then let's take a look at the washing machine back from the Revolutionary War. And then in the living room, you just got that. Mind you, I'm at a 0.5 angle. So, and then the view from the kitchen to the living room, what? Like back of like the bedrooms, like good size bedroom. Bathroom, not that bad. You know, nice bathroom. But $7,000.
My question is, who the fuck is living in all these apartment buildings? Like, it seemed like every time you come down a block, it's a new build. And the apartments be starting at $3,000 for a 900 square foot, not even, a 320 square foot
studio apartment. And it'd be starting at what? $3,000. If we're lucky, you'll see $2,000. But like, what? My question is, who's going to live there? And everybody keeps saying, oh, Philly's the new place to come because this, that, and the third, whatever the reasoning is. But I just don't see who's going to be able to afford that, because if people are moving to Philly for cheaper rent and y'all are building these expensive ass high rises, who's going to be buying it? What about homes? Where are all the houses at? Like, it just passed a new bill and I went and looked it up. They have a 500 square foot studio. And what street was that? Broad and Fairmount?
I think so.
Broad and Fairmount for $2,000. A studio apartment. That means there's no fucking walls in there. A studio apartment for $2,000. You need $6,000 to move into that. This is a crisis.
Who in charge of the rent prices? But I know you see them down here finessing the shit out of us. Cause ain't no way rent either $1,500 or $2,000 plus out here in Chicago. Anything under that $1,500, get used to gunshots every night. They increasing our rent every time we renew our lease. And ain't changing shit about the apartment. Apartment getting worse and worse by the year. There definitely need to be some requirements to this shit. Cause they should not be renting apartments with appliances from 1985. How y'all out here trying to rent out apartments with pink tubs and stick and peel flooring? Talking about we need to make 3 times the rent for what? Our parents was paying $400 or $500 for these ran down ass apartments, and they was in way better shape. Got different flooring in every room. Shit tacky as hell. Yes, we been noticing y'all been painting over those electric plugs, light switches. We been stopped caring. We need somewhere to stay.
I feel like the only reason that y'all think a 1-bedroom for $1,400 is okay, yes, because y'all are from big cities and big states that a 1-bedroom is $2,200 to $3,000. The reason that y'all think that $1,400 rent is okay is because y'all got got. Y'all got got. Y'all got got by inflation. Y'all got got by the economy. Y'all got got by the government. Y'all succumbed to the peer pressure that they put on us, making us feel like that $1,400 is good. Like, you feel me? It's not 10 years ago no more, but 10 years ago was literally 2015, 16. That felt like yesterday. It was 2-bedroom apartments, 1,100 square feet for $900. 1,100 square feet for $900 to $1,000. And you think I'm gonna be happy because the world is shit now and a 1-bedroom is $1,400? Oh, let me take it. What? Man, if I can't find nothing for $900, I guess I'm gonna be living with my mama for the rest of my life. It is what it is.
My question is, who the fuck is living in all these apartment buildings? Like, it seemed like every time you come down a block, it's a new build. And the apartments be starting at $3,000 for a 900 square foot, not even, a 320 square foot studio apartment. And it be starting at what? $3,000. If we're lucky, you'll see $2,000. But like, what? My question is, who's going to live there? And everybody keeps saying, oh, Philly's the new place to come because this, that, and the third, whatever the reasoning is. But I just don't see who's going to be able to afford that, because if people are moving to Philly for cheaper rent and y'all are building these expensive ass high rises, who's going to be buying it? What about homes? Where are all the houses at? Like, it just passed a new bill and I went and looked it up. They have a 500 square foot studio. And what street was that? Broad and Fairmount?
I think so.
Broad and Fairmount for $2,000. A studio apartment. That means there's no fucking walls in there. A studio apartment for $2,000. You need $6,000 to move into that. This is a crisis.
I'm ready to fucking rage. How can the average person work 40 to 60 fucking hours and be told that they don't fucking qualify for a house because of their credit when they're renting? You're renting. You're not fucking buying. You're renting. Who the fuck are y'all gonna rent to when you run out of the average people to fucking rent to? Because the average person, or at least in this town, the only freaking work here is maybe like a fucking factory job or a fast food restaurant, or if you're lucky, you have a trade job. But even then, you're still fucking scraping by. And I don't understand what the fuck is going to happen in the future, the very near future for that matter, to people like me. Your average everyday fucking person. I'm a single fucking mom, and I can't even fucking house myself comfortably because of the way the world is right now. I don't understand how the fuck our housing situation went from what it was to what it is now. How the fuck did we go from there to needing 4 times the amount of rent, 600 to 650 credit score? You better not have a fucking background, or you can just go live in a fucking hole, I guess. Like, I don't really know. And if you have pets, you might as well shove them up your ass, because, honey, you can't get a place with a pet. Like, this shit is a fucking joke. It is free to live here, and yet it is the most expensive for humans. Make it make fucking sense. Why do we have to do all this extra fucking bullshit and jump through all these extra fucking hoops? I'm sorry, but I don't want to work 40 to 60 fucking hours a week just to fucking not even be home or get to spend time with my kids or get to go enjoy my fucking time. This is a prison fucking planet, and it's really starting to fucking piss me off. I don't want to be a fucking part of it. I don't want to be a fucking prisoner here. Let me live my life, for the fucking love of God. Like, I just want a fucking house to raise my children in it. Is that too much to fucking ask for? What happened to the American dream? That shit is a joke. There is no American dream. There's no nothing. This shit is fucking hell. This is hell on earth. You cannot convince me fucking otherwise that this is fucking hell. Like, oh my God, I'm so fucking mad. Woo! Help me.
Hey rats, I'm a teacher and I can barely afford to pay rent with my salary. My salary bi-weekly is basically my rent minus $500. Guess how much my car is? $400. Guess how much insurance is? $100. Oh yeah, that's right. You do the math. I'm left with owing money at the end of the month. That's not even with groceries. Holy shit. That's not even with groceries. I realize every single month I am transferring money out of savings into my checking, and I am not. Just had the realization in the car that I'm actually going to go into debt if I continue being a teacher. Like, genuinely. Wow. Oh, I'm like literally having a crisis right now. I'm gonna have a panic attack right now. I can't do this. I literally cannot do this. Knowing every single month that most of my money is literally, like, I don't have money. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to pay off my credit card this month. I don't know. All right. Well, rats, peace and blessings. And I hope you can afford your rent today. And groceries. And your car. And insurance. And life. Bye.
I still think it's crazy how a property manager or a landlord can raise your rent so high with little to no notice. I really feel like that should be illegal. Like, straight up. But if you did make it to the end of today's video, don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss no content from me in the future. So with that being said, I'll see y'all in my next upload. Bye, y'all.